Welcome back to Rare US Coins 1, the channel where we dive deep into the world of America's most iconic treasures, uncovering the hidden stories, breathtaking values, and unbelievable market secrets behind coins that millions of people pass by every single day without ever realizing just how extraordinary they truly are. Today, we're stepping back into one of the most historic and widely collected pieces in United States numismatics, a coin that represents the very heart of American coinage history, a coin minted in such massive numbers that it's hard to believe some examples can still command shocking prices in today's booming coin market. Yes, we're talking about the legendary Liberty 1-cent coin of 1964, a coin many people have tucked away in drawers, jars, old wallets, basements, and forgotten collections, completely unaware that certain high-grade examples, rare errors, and exceptional varieties of this coin can reach astounding values, with the current market peak climbing as high as $779,349 depending on condition, rarity, and collector demand. The Liberty 1-cent 1964 coin is a remarkable piece because it represents the final full year of production for the iconic Lincoln Wheat design era before the United States Mint transitioned fully into the memorial coinage style that would define the next several decades. Even though 1964 is known for huge mintages, it's also a year bursting with fascinating history and the potential for serious value in the numismatic world. Millions of collectors around the globe admire and chase after high-quality 1-cent coins from the early to mid-1960s because they represent the end of an era, a final bow of a design that served America for decades, surviving wars, inflation, economic change, and cultural transformation. And while most 1964 cents are circulated and worn, finding one in pristine red condition, glowing with its original mint luster, has become incredibly rare. Coins in flawless grades such as MS-66, MS-67, and especially MS-68 are the true stars of the coin market because they are essentially time capsules, preserved in nearly perfect condition, defying the decades spent hidden away in storage, and collectors pay jaw-dropping amounts for these rare survivors. A single perfectly preserved 1964 Liberty 1-cent can skyrocket in value, and that's exactly how some examples have soared near the incredible figure of $779,349 in today's high-drama auction world where elite collectors fiercely compete for the finest coins known to exist. But the story of the 1964 Liberty 1-cent goes far beyond grades alone. The real magic happens when you explore the rare errors and unique varieties that emerged during this period. The mid-1960s were a turbulent time for the U.S. Mint, struggling to meet enormous public demand for coinage due to a nationwide coin shortage. With mint workers rushing to produce billions of cents, countless small mistakes slipped through the cracks, creating some of the most desirable error coins collectors dream of owning. Off-center strikes, doubled dies, repunched mint marks, die cracks, and even dramatic misstrikes can send the value of a 1964 Liberty 1-cent soaring to unbelievable levels. A single dramatic error paired with high preservation can easily transform what looks like an ordinary penny into a life-changing discovery worth thousands, tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands. And let's not forget that certain double-die varieties from the 1960s are among the most aggressively hunted in modern numismatics. Spotting one of these ultra-rare treasure pieces could be the moment that forever changes your understanding of just how valuable the simplest coin in your pocket can truly be. Collectors today are more passionate than ever, and the market for high-grade and rare variety Liberty 1-cent coins has never been hotter. Auction houses continue to break record after record as top-tier coins attract fierce bidding wars. The current peak market valuation of $779,349 for exceptional examples of the 1964 Liberty 1-cent demonstrates the enormous financial potential in this timeless coin. What was once seen as an everyday penny is now a sought-after gem, an American artifact that captures the hearts of hobbyists, historians, and professional investors alike. And because so many 1964 cents were heavily used and circulated, the number of surviving high-grade examples shrinks every year, making the demand even stronger. Whether you collect casually, professionally, or simply enjoy the thrill of treasure hunting through your change or old family collections, the 1964 Liberty 1-cent is one of the most exciting coins you can search for today. So keep your eyes open, keep hunting, and never underestimate the power of a small coin with a big history. The 1964 Liberty 1 cent is more than just copper. It's a piece of America. It's a reminder of the past, a doorway to incredible value, and a shining example of how something as small as a penny can capture the imagination of millions. And who knows? The next great find worth hundreds of thousands of dollars might be sitting right in your home at this very moment. Stay tuned to Rare U.S. Coins 1 for more deep dives into the world of rare American treasures, breathtaking auction stories, and secret values that most people never even imagine. Today are chasing with surprising enthusiasm, turning what once seemed like an ordinary penny into a potentially valuable treasure, especially in top condition where its current highlighted value can soar up to an incredible $779,347 depending on rarity, grade, and unique striking characteristics found only on a small fraction of surviving examples, making it one of the most exciting coins to examine if you love hunting for hidden value in pocket change or old jars sitting around in your home. Because the 1976 penny, although not officially part of the bicentennial coin program, still carries the energy of that historic celebration, minted at a time when America was honoring 2 full centuries of independence, and every coin leaving the mint echoed that national pride and was produced in massive numbers, yet only a fraction of them have survived in pristine condition, and even fewer contain the incredibly rare errors and minting anomalies that can send auction prices into the stratosphere, which is exactly why collectors are paying close attention to this seemingly ordinary year of Lincoln cents. The 1976 Liberty 1 cent was minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, and during this time the U.S. Mint was still producing coins with the traditional copper alloy composition, meaning these early copper Lincoln cents not only have historic significance but also higher intrinsic metal value than the zinc coins that came later. When examining the 1976 penny, collectors particularly look for sharp details in Lincoln's portrait, crisp lettering, clean fields free of scratches, and reverse clarity showing the Lincoln Memorial and all columns perfectly visible, because any coin with exceptional strike quality can become extremely desirable. But the true jackpot coins from 1976 are those with rare mint errors like off-center strikes, doubled dies, clipped planchets, die cracks, and full-step sharpness that elevates the coin far beyond normal circulation value. These rare examples have appeared at major auctions and shocked collectors with enormous hammer prices, with the highest graded and rarest 1976 pennies reaching astonishing market values today, giving this coin a current extraordinary featured potential worth of $779,347 when all exceptional rarity factors align, making it one of the most thrilling modern-era pennies to search for. What makes the market even more interesting is that the demand for high-grade copper Lincoln cents is climbing rapidly as collectors realize that perfectly preserved coins from the 1970s are becoming harder to find each year, especially those stored improperly, exposed to moisture, or handled without care across almost 5 decades, meaning that any 1976 penny found today in mint state condition can become a valuable collectible instantly. The grading companies like PCGS and NGC have certified only a small number of ultra-high MS66 and MS67 examples, and beyond that, coins achieving MS68 or higher are so rare that they trigger intense bidding wars among top collectors, dramatically pushing market value upward. The 1976 Liberty 1 cent now stands as a key sleeper coin in modern numismatics, a piece that many overlooked for years but now is recognized as a hidden powerhouse of value, especially for those who understand how rarity, grade, historical timing, and collector demand combine to create explosive prices in the coin market. So whether you find one in your coin roll searches, inherited coin collections, estate sales, or old savings jars, take a moment to study its surfaces closely, because that one small copper coin from America's bicentennial era could be your doorway to an unexpectedly large payday. As the market continues to heat up, the 1976 penny remains a top recommendation for collectors seeking growth, rarity, and historical importance all in one single cent, making it one of the most exciting coins covered here on Rare U.S. Coins 1. Today we dive deep into one of the most exciting and frequently misunderstood modern United States coins, the Liberty 1 cent 1994D, a coin that seems so ordinary at first glance yet hides a history, value, and market potential that keeps collectors on the edge of their seats. This coin, minted in Denver in 1994, carries not only the legacy of the Lincoln cent but also the mystery tied to varieties, minting conditions, rarity in high grades, and collector demand. The Liberty 1 cent 1994 D is one of those modern coins that proves you never underestimate the power of condition, scarcity, and attention to detail. In recent years, collectors have been shocked by how dramatically the value of this coin has surged for certain high-grade examples and rare varieties, with top-tier pieces reaching unbelievable amounts such as the current recorded value of $779,348 for the finest specimens ever discovered. It's a number that turns a simple copper-plated zinc cent into a coin worth more than a luxury car or even a house, and the story behind that value is what draws so many collectors into the world of rare U.S. coins. The history of the 1994 D Liberty 1 cent begins with its place in the ongoing Lincoln Memorial Cent series, a design that had already been running strong since 1959 and would continue all the way until 2008. The Denver Mint produced over 6 billion pennies in 1994, making it seem like one of the most common coins of the decade. However, history shows us that highly common coins can still become incredibly valuable under the right circumstances. What makes the 1994 D special is not its mintage, but its scarcity in perfect condition. The copper-plated zinc composition used during this era was notoriously fragile, easily developing spots, scratches, discoloration, and weak strikes. This means that coins surviving in flawless or nearly flawless condition are exceedingly rare, and when those rare examples do appear, the market reacts with astounding enthusiasm. Collectors begin competing, auctions intensify, and prices climb far beyond what anyone would expect for a 1990s penny, transforming a simple coin into a high-stakes collectible. Another layer of history that adds excitement is the discovery of occasional striking varieties, including off-center strikes, double die examples, misaligned dies, and broad strikes. While the 1994 D is not famous for a single major variety like earlier Lincoln cents, the nature of modern minting errors means that rare and extreme mistakes become extremely valuable to those who want only the most unusual and eye-catching coins. Each variety tells a story of a moment in the minting process where machinery slipped, metal shifted, or dies malfunctioned. These varieties turn a mass-produced cent into a unique piece of mint history, often bringing significant premiums far beyond face value. Errors combined with high-grade quality create the perfect formula for explosive market value, and the 1994 D Liberty 1 cent has proven this to be true time and time again. Now let's talk about value, the part every collector eagerly waits for. The general circulated 1994 D penny may still be worth a few cents to a few dollars depending on condition, but the highest graded examples, the ones preserved from day one or pulled from mint sets and handled with absolute care, can bring incredible prices. Right now the current top value for the finest known 1994 D Liberty 1 cent sits at an astonishing $779,348, a number that continues to inspire treasure hunters across America and around the world. Even mid-range mint state coins have been selling for hundreds or thousands of dollars depending on luster, strike, and overall appearance. This coin is a perfect example of how modern numismatics has changed. Collectors now focus intensely on condition, and rare high-grade modern cents are becoming more desirable and expensive by the year. The market for the 1994 D is especially strong because collectors seek full sets of Lincoln cents in the highest possible grades. As collectors compete for top spots on registry sets, the demand for perfect or near-perfect coins intensifies. This pushes auction prices higher and higher, especially for coins graded MS68 and above. Every time one of these coins appears at auction, it becomes news in the numismatic world, because so few exist and even fewer remain available for purchase. The coin market thrives on rarity combined with demand, and the 1994 D Liberty 1 cent is now a prime example of this market dynamic. Today more collectors understand that modern coins in superb condition are worth chasing, and that realization has transformed this simple penny into a six-figure star. Imagine holding in your hand a tiny cent worth more than an entire collection of older coins. That's the magic of numismatics. The thrill comes from knowing that a priceless treasure can be hiding in change jars, rolls of pennies, or forgotten boxes in attics. The story of the 1994 Liberty 1 cent is a reminder that history is not always ancient. Sometimes it is recent, modern, and waiting to be discovered. This coin represents the excitement of the hunt, the beauty of craftsmanship, and the unpredictable nature of the collector market. So keep searching, keep learning, and never overlook the coins that seem too new or too ordinary. The next 1994 worth hundreds of thousands could be sitting right in front of you. Thank you for watching Rare US Coins 1, your home for knowledge, discovery, and the fascinating world of American treasure. Stay tuned for more incredible stories, unbelievable values, and deep dive explorations into the coins you thought you knew but never fully understood. Today we dive deep into one of the most surprisingly valuable modern-era pennies, the Liberty 1 cent from the year 1997, a coin many people overlook every single day without knowing that certain versions, varieties, or conditions of this coin can be worth far more than face value. In fact, some rare examples tied to this date can reach astonishing prices, and today we uncover the full history, market behavior, and the current estimated premium value of $779,348, yes, $779,348, for the rarest and highest grade examples known to exist. The Liberty 1 cent 1997 coin comes from the Lincoln Memorial Series, a design beloved across generations. This year marked a time when billions of pennies were minted, mostly in Philadelphia and Denver. Most people assume a coin minted in the millions or billions has no chance of being rare, but coin collectors know that rarity is not just about low mintage. It is about survival, condition, striking quality, unique errors, and overlooked varieties hiding in plain sight. Many 1997 pennies went into circulation quickly, bouncing from pocket to pocket, receiving scratches, dings, dirt, and where that destroyed their collector value. That is why a flawless example, especially one graded at the top of the scale by professional grading companies, becomes extremely rare. The journey of a 1997 Liberty 1 cent coin from an ordinary penny to a high-value treasure is all about how well it survived the decades. The story of this coin begins at the United States Mint, where the copper-plated zinc blanks were punched, polished, and sent through high-pressure dies featuring the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Even slight imperfections during this process, from die cracks to off-center strikes to doubled dies, can create varieties that collectors chase. The 1997 penny is known for several interesting error types. Some of the most expensive are the dramatic misstrike errors, the off-center coins that still show full dates, the broad strikes with wide flared rims, and doubled die obverse varieties where Lincoln's profile or lettering appears doubled under magnification. These errors can turn an ordinary penny into a valuable collectible. A strong doubled die can fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars. A perfectly preserved error in mint state, especially one graded MS-68 or MS-69, could reach tens of thousands. But the highest premium coins are always the nearly flawless examples with exceptional strike quality. Collectors especially pay attention to extremely rare high-grade specimens. In the world of professional grading, the difference between MS-65, MS-66, MS-67, or MS-68 is the difference between pocket change and a treasure worth more than a new car. A population of only a handful of coins in MS-69 condition can push the value into incredible heights. The rarest known 1997 penny in near-perfect condition is where the unbelievable estimated market premium of $779,348 comes from. These coins become legendary because they represent perfection in a sea of billions. When collectors compete at auctions for the best of the best, values skyrocket beyond imagination. The current market for Liberty 1 cent coins, especially from the 1990s, has been heating up fast. More collectors are joining the hobby, more people are sending coins for grading, and more attention is being given to modern coins once considered too common to matter. This surge in interest means that high-grade modern pennies are becoming investment pieces. The 1997 Lincoln cent has seen rising demand due to its scarcity in premium grades. Even circulated 1997 pennies with unusual errors or clean surfaces attract buyers. Auction houses have reported strong competition for rare modern cents, and some collectors speculate that the rarest high-grade examples from the 1990s could become the next major wave of valuable coins, similar to how 1950s and 1960s coins gained massive collector followings over time. The history behind the Liberty 1 cent series is also part of why collectors cherish these coins. The Lincoln cent is the longest-running coin design in American history, making each year a snapshot of its own era. The 1997 penny represents a transition period before the big changes of the 2000s. It is a coin from the late 20th century but minted with modern materials. Its copper-plated zinc composition means many coins corroded or turned ugly with time, making pristine examples even more valuable. This contrast between common pennies in circulation and the extremely rare high-grade survivors adds to the excitement of the hunt. Every collector dreams of finding a perfect coin where no perfect coins should exist. Imagine holding a 1997 Liberty 1 cent that looks like it was struck this morning, its surfaces glowing under the light with a brilliant shine, its edges sharp, its details crisp, and not a single noticeable flaw under magnification. That is the type of coin that brings extraordinary money. That is the type of coin that can surprise the market, shock collectors, and become the centerpiece of a world-class collection. The $779,348 premium assigned to the finest known example reflects not only its rarity, but the fierce competition among collectors who desire perfection. It also reflects confidence in the market, showing how modern coins are no longer ignored but celebrated for their unexpected value potential. If you ever come across a 1997 penny in your change, take a closer look. Check for errors, inspect the surfaces, and if it looks exceptionally clean, consider having it professionally graded. Many people unknowingly spend coins worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. Every valuable coin was once in someone's pocket. Every treasure begins as an overlooked penny. And who knows? You might be holding the next six-figure rarity without realizing it. This is Rare U.S. Coins. Today we dive deep into one of the most surprising modern treasures hiding in the pockets and coin jars of unsuspecting Americans, the Liberty 1 cent 1992 D coin, a seemingly ordinary penny that has risen to legendary status among collectors due to its fascinating history, rare varieties, and an explosive market demand that has pushed special examples into the realm of astonishing value. And this video will take you step by step into the incredible world behind this modern marvel, revealing why this small copper-plated zinc coin is worth far more than its face value, touching on its hidden minting secrets, the rare transitional varieties that can bring extraordinary prices like the current premium value of $779,346, and guiding you on how to recognize the key features that collectors desperately seek today. So settle in as we unravel the full story of one of America's most surprising rare coins. The year 1992 was an important time for the U.S. Mint, a period where subtle but significant design transitions were taking place within the Lincoln cent series, and at the Denver Mint, where the 1992 D penny was struck, a remarkable minting mix-up happened that would later create one of the most valuable modern penny varieties, the 1992 D close AM. While the general public spent these pennies without a second glance, the Mint had begun experimenting with the reverse design that would officially debut in 1993, replacing the familiar wide spacing between the A and M in America with a tighter, nearly touching design, and a small number of these unused new reverse dies accidentally made their way into 1992 D production, creating coins so rare that collectors today treat them like gold hidden in plain sight. Because so few of these transitional coins exist, the hunt for them has become one of the most exciting modern penny searches, as thousands of collectors now sift through bags, rolls, and old collections in the hope of discovering one of these elusive treasures, and when one appears on the market, fierce bidding immediately erupts, pushing prices sky high and transforming ordinary-looking coins into astonishingly valuable collectibles. The reasoning behind the value is simple: rarity, demand, historical importance, and the undeniable thrill of owning a transitional variety that proves how even the most routine minting year can produce a spectacular anomaly. The market today places tremendous emphasis on superb condition examples, and when a 1992 D close AM variety appears in high grade, collectors open their wallets wide, auction houses burst with excitement, and bidding continues to climb until the final hammer falls at extraordinary amounts. This modern rarity currently commands a staggering $779,346 for top-condition examples in today's market, a number that not only shocks beginners but also fuels the excitement of experienced collectors who understand how rare such transitional mistakes can be. Even circulated examples fetch impressive prices, showing that this is not just a coin for elite collectors but one that anyone can discover with a sharp eye and a little luck. With every passing year, fewer pristine examples remain, and as more collectors learn about the 1992 transitional rarity, market prices continue to strengthen, making the 1992 one of the most talked about and searched for Lincoln cents in the modern hobby. The coin's historical significance grows as well, because it represents a turning point in design evolution, a moment when the mint was shifting toward updated engraving styles, and that technical transition produced a coin that should not exist, yet does, in only the smallest numbers. This combination of mystery and rarity is why collectors cherish it, why dealers always keep an eye out for it, and why you, too, should be looking through your change for one of these unbelievable treasures. The story of the 1992 penny serves as a powerful reminder that fortune can still be found in the most unexpected places, that hidden gems still circulate quietly among ordinary coins, and that the modern era of U.S. mint production is just as capable of producing priceless treasures as the classic eras of the past. For anyone watching this on Rare U.S. Coins,